Have you ever wondered who is listening? When you sit in silence, are you truly alone? Or is there something deeper happening that you can't quite hear? You're not just hearing sounds around you. You're hearing something even more profound, the voice inside your mind. Imagine you're watching a scene unfold before you. Picture a person walking through a forest, the trees tall and imposing, the sky hazy and still. Now, what if we take away the sound? Suddenly, the scene feels eerily different, almost unsettling. Without the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, or the wind whispering through the trees, the scene becomes silent, like something is missing. Why? Because our brains expect sound to complement what we see. Sound isn't just something we hear, it shapes how we interpret visual cues. Without it, the world around us feels incomplete, as if our perception of reality is lacking. The next time you watch a movie, notice how silence in a tense scene makes your heart race. The absence of sound does something to your brain. It heightens your awareness, making you hyper-aware of the visual cues alone. Sound, when paired with visuals, creates an emotional connection. Without it, our mind tries to fill the gap, heightening our senses to the unseen. That's the power of sound. Now, have you ever found yourself in complete silence, yet there's a voice you can hear inside your mind? It's not the voice of someone else, it's your own. But here's the twist. Your brain doesn't just recall voices you've heard in the past. It can mimic tones, accents, and even emotions of the voices you've encountered. This is the mind's way of replaying conversations, emotions, and ideas. In fact, when you think, you're actually listening to your own inner narrative. Thoughts are formed by an intricate combination of images and sounds that the brain has internalized over time. Even in total silence, your mind is hearing something, an echo of all your experiences. So when you sit in silence, it's not as empty as you think. Your mind fills the space, using sound to form a narrative of thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts are so real, so vivid, that you can almost hear them. But sound isn't only about communication. It can heal. Have you ever listened to the soothing sound of waves crashing on the shore or a gentle breeze rustling through the trees? These sounds don't just comfort you, they actively change your brain. Scientific studies have shown that specific frequencies can reduce stress, promote relaxation, and even improve sleep. This is why sound therapy, like listening to binaural beats or Tibetan singing bowls, has been used for centuries to heal the mind. For example, binaural beats are a powerful tool. When two different frequencies are played in each ear, your brain perceives a third frequency. This beat can synchronize brainwaves to a frequency that promotes calmness, focus, or even deep sleep. Nature sounds also have a profound impact on our well-being. Studies show that simply listening to the sound of a gentle stream can lower blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and help you feel more connected to the world around you. Sound can be our mind's natural healer. But the power of sound goes even further. It influences our mood, emotions, and how we perceive the world. Think about the music that plays during a movie scene. When the score shifts from minor to major, do you notice how your perception of the scene changes? Sound can shift the emotional tone of an experience in an instant. The right sound can make you feel elated, sad, or even terrified. Take the example of fast-paced electronic music. It can trigger a burst of energy, motivating you to move or work out. On the other hand, the sound of a slow piano piece might evoke nostalgia or sadness. Sound can manipulate emotions without you even realizing it. Sound has the ability to shift your perception of time, place, and emotional state. It connects deeply to our brain's limbic system, the area that controls our emotions and memory. When you hear a song from your past, do you notice how quickly it can take you back to that moment, evoking the same feelings you had back then? And then there's the intriguing concept of silence. What happens when we sit quietly? Is it truly silent? Or is there more going on beneath the surface? Even in silence, our mind is listening. It's receiving thoughts, reflecting on past experiences, and creating new ideas. When you sit in silence, you may even notice the subtle sound of your own heartbeat or the quiet hum of your body's inner workings. This is the sound of you. The next time you sit quietly, pay attention. What sounds do you hear inside your head? Are they your own thoughts? Are they the echoes of a memory, or perhaps an emotional reaction to the day's events? Your mind is never truly silent. It's always listening, always processing, always creating sound. So, when you think, when you reflect, when you listen, you're not just hearing the world around you. You're hearing your own mind, your own story. And that is the true power of sound. It shapes us, heals us, and connects us.